I feel like just like my brain cells dying at that 3rd and 1 sneak to TJ Hockenson that Kevin O'Connell called. I haven't watched the game yet, and my plan was to not know the score or anything because I went to a play at the Guthrie today, a Christmas Carol. I was going to watch the game after, not knowing what happened, but of course my dad texts me between 2 and 3. Always tell him, don't text me during games because I might not be watching it. So I get a text from him that just says, McCarthy is embarrassingly bad. So I think I can pretty much conclude that the Vikings offense was terrible and the Vikings lost. So then I looked up the score. They lost 23-6. I think they had negative yards in the second half. If I'm not mistaken, negative yards.
That's all. We got one damn hit.
You can't say damn on the air.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
McCarthy had 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. I think the punt returner had another fumble and a lost fumble. And the only points the Vikings scored were on Will Reichard field goals of over 50 yards. So basically they seemingly never got even close to the end zone. Did they even get in the red zone? Who knows? But I'm going to watch this game with an open mind and just see what I think. I looked at some other posts online, and they all seem to be pointing the finger at McCarthy. Well, is it all McCarthy? I don't know. We'll see after I watch the game. But generally, it's multiple things a lot of times, not just one thing. And maybe it's more the person running the show than the quarterback. Sometimes. We'll see. So I watched the whole game, every play, every miserable play. First off, let me just say, if like my dad sent a text, McCarthy is beyond embarrassing, or something like that. If your take after watching that is that McCarthy's the reason they lost, then I don't know what game you watched. He did nothing to help them win. But we'll get to that. But what? It seemed like everyone's blaming McCarthy. Well, we'll see. One thing I'd like to say, I said this a couple weeks ago. They bring in Micah Parsons. The Vikings bring in Adam Thielen, who, I don't think he could outrun Gumby. Before the season, the Packers brought in Micah Parsons. The Vikings brought in Adam Thielen. That tells you which organization is trying to win, doesn't it? Micah Parsons beat Christian Darrisaw like a drum-all game. Okay? Darrisaw is supposed to be your all-pro left tackle who protects McCarthy. And McCarthy's your rookie who needs his all-pro left tackle, all-world left tackle to protect him. He didn't have a lot of help today. But Adam Thielen did show up in a Mighty Ducks jersey. He showed up in a jersey for a fake team. And all the people online, Adam Thielen's ready. He's wearing his Mighty Ducks jersey. They filmed that in Minnesota. He's one of us. Yeah, he is one of us. He sucks.
You suck!
I want us to stop sucking at some point. Another thing I heard as I watched the game, if I heard it correctly, the Packers had 7 turnovers through the first 10 games. And now it's 7 turnovers through the first 11 games. They don't turn the ball over. Gee, what a novel concept. Sort of like last week when the Vikings played the Bears and J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams had the exact same number of completions, the exact same number of attempts. Their passing statistics were identical, but one of them threw 2 interceptions, one of them threw 0. You don't have to be great sometimes. A lot of times you don't have to be great. You just have to not beat yourself. So let's go back to the game, though. Let's go back to this game. And the first half, first quarter, first 20 minutes or so, Vikings are just running it down the Packers' throats. Just running it down their throats. Doesn't matter. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, down their throats. And it's early in the second quarter. They are jamming it down their throats. They're in the red zone. It's 3rd and 1. And I'm watching this and I'm like, well, gee, I'd probably give it to Mason or Aaron Jones here. Kevin O'Connell, who is
the stupidest person on the face of the earth,
decides we're going to have TJ Hockenson take the snap and try to sneak it. And that way TJ Hockenson can get like pile driven into the ground short of the first down, can kill all our momentum, then we'll try to run it up the middle. On 4th down, then we'll get stuffed. I actually wrote down when I saw that play, I wrote WTF 4 straight times with 4 exclamation points. I just, like, I almost started bleeding from my eyes. That play is wrong on so many levels. Like, have McCarthy sneak it if you're going to sneak it. Like, what? Hockenson? Hockenson could give Kyle Rudolph a run for his money at inability to break a tackle or move a defender an inch. Just so stupid. You are running it down their throats. And that's the call. And so you have momentum. You are running it down their throats. And Kevin O'Connell just sucks it out of you. And can you blame McCarthy? McCarthy didn't throw a pass, I don't think. That whole drive hardly. He maybe threw one. Maybe it was even complete. Like, McCarthy isn't to blame for that. Second half. You come out, you're down 10-6. Your defense makes a stop to start the half. You're going to get the ball. Your idiot, moron, punt returner, the only guy on earth who might be dumber than Kevin O'Connell, he's not fielding the punt, but he decides he's going to try to block the kick coverage guy and gets blocked into the ball and turnover, and the Packers, get a touchdown. They're deep in near the goal line, they get a touchdown. Instead of being 10-6, playing well, running it down their throats, it's now 17-6, and you are behind the 8 ball the rest of the game. No longer can you get yardage running on first down. You're getting stuffed on first down runs now. So you're in 2nd and long every time McCarthy drops back. It's 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Darrisaw can't block Micah Parsons to save his life. Once the game is decided and over, then McCarthy throws a couple interceptions. One when, of course, his hand is hit. That's the first interception. Again, guy coming around the left side, unblocked. Maybe if McCarthy got rid of it quicker, it wouldn't happen. And then the second interception was just the game's over, right? And McCarthy's just trying to make a play. He's throwing it up. Like, it's not one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. So, again, if you watch that game and you said McCarthy embarrassed us, McCarthy's the problem, what were you watching? He wasn't good. He didn't do, I don't know if he made a single good play, but he didn't really make any plays because the first half, it was all the run game. And then the Hockenson sneak. And then the second half, fumble the punt to start the half. You're behind the 8 ball. Jordan Love, I don't think he did a ton, but he clearly made a couple plays that I don't think McCarthy could make. And it's generally on these 3rd and longs where the Vikings bring more guys than they can block. There's a guy completely unblocked. And even though a guy comes completely unblocked and Jordan Love has no time, he's able to just get it out of his hand. He's got a quick release. And he throws it up to where his receiver's going to be. The receiver catches it. There were a couple plays like that. So Jordan Love is much more competent as a quarterback, I think, at this point, as he should be. But is it all the quarterback? Now, if Jordan Love was playing for the Vikings and he dropped back on 3rd and long, or he's in the shotgun on 3rd and long, is there going to be a receiver open in the middle of the field for him to throw it to? Or running a quick out for him to throw it to? Maybe not. Maybe some of it is like play calling and recognizing that it's 3rd down, they're going to blitz you. We got to have a play that gets it out of his hands quickly. And Kevin O'Connell, I think, likes to say, well, it's 3rd and long. Let's run the slowest developing play where 4 guys run to different ends of the state and hope if we can block them for 5 seconds, maybe somebody will come open. Something wrong with the offense. Something wrong with the play calling. I mean, even after the muff punt, the Packers go up 17-6. Even after that, the defense still comes up with a stop. Eric Wilson has this just bone-crushing stuff on 3rd and 1 to make the Packers punt. But the damage had been done. The damage had been done at that point. And this was a game where it just really wasn't about talent. It was about mistakes and stupid play calls. Now, maybe if the game had been close, maybe J.J. McCarthy makes a mistake. Maybe he's got to make a play. He throws an INT. I don't have a lot of confidence that he would have put the Vikings over the top. But man, I would have liked to have seen what could have happened if you don't call the stupid Hockenson sneak on 3rd and 1 in the first half, or you don't muff the punt, or Darrisaw can block Micah Parsons at least once. You know, I would like to have seen what McCarthy could have done. I don't know. I mean, McCarthy didn't do anything positive really the whole game, I would say. There was some kind of every play, every throw just didn't look that good. His motion just doesn't look good. And I think I read that he's like trying to rewire his neurological pathways or something like that this morning. And as I read that this morning before the game, I thought one word came into my head. And the word was poser. He just kind of seems like a poser. Kind of like a wannabe. It's like, this is not... You're trying to be something rather than just being something. And that just doesn't work out. Even though I'm kind of defending J.J. McCarthy here, because I just like... By the time he got a chance to make plays, the game was over. And the 2 interceptions were really incidental and inconsequential. But I don't feel great about him, but I don't feel great also because he's under Kevin O'Connell. Like, Kevin O'Connell is just so stupid. He's so stupid. He's just so stupid. TJ Hockenson sneak on 3rd and 1. He's so stupid. Like, I feel like just like my brain cells dying at that 3rd and 1 sneak to TJ Hockenson that Kevin O'Connell called. Like, that's up there with like the dumbest calls I've ever seen. Like, how is that going to work? It's TJ Hockenson. He couldn't overpower a Girl Scout. John Oliver could have done. Virtually anybody else on the team. Justin Jefferson would have probably gotten that first down. Just have JJ McCarthy sneak. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just watched that game and Vikings played pretty well for a lot of the game on defense. And then their offense was running it down their throat in the first half. And it's like they just ended up getting blown out. It's like it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. Did they? Because they just will always screw themselves. They'll shoot themselves in the foot because they're a Kevin O'Connell coach team. But at least we got Adam Thielen, We don't have to pay Micah Parsons' salary because we got Adam Thielen in his Mighty Ducks jersey. We got a guy who shows up wearing a jersey for a fake team from an unbelievably overrated movie, The Mighty Ducks. I watched that with my kids a couple months ago. I'm just sitting there like, boy, this is as boring as Brad Childress' offense. But Adam Thielen's one of us. Adam Thielen is one of us. And he's going to be one of us in the offseason when we're watching other teams in the playoffs.